Hello, welcome to Friday, October 9th daily instructional video. This one will be a really quick video because you're just going over editing and revising your final draft, which is on your graphic organizer. Okay, so today we're going to complete our warm-up. We're going to do some editing and revising. Oops. Remember, this essay will be a test grade, and if you finish early, or if you've already got a lot of this done and you have time, you can take that to do some independent reading your novel you may have checked out, or the passages you read last week. If you didn't get to finish those two passages, one of those at least, you can take some time to do some pleasure reading then. All right, so your warm-up for today is to write a paragraph, 5 to 8 sentences about anything, because it's a free write. Or if you're not sure what you want to write about, you can use this prompt, I feel proud when, and make sure you just explain yourself very well in 5 to 8 sentences. So you can pause the video right now and go to your Google warm-up. Okay, so this is the checklist just to help you make sure you have everything clean and polished with your graphic organizer. So let me go to Google Classroom. Remember, this was posted on October 7th, your graphic organizer. That's the warm-up, sorry. So I'm looking for, let me get this assignment here. I'm looking for this graphic organizer to be completed. You did your T-charts, which is really your rough draft. Because all you're doing, you did a topic sentence, you did 2 concrete details and commentary. This is your first body paragraph, and then you repeated that for your second body paragraph. So all you're doing is pulling that information, fine-tuning it, making sure you have transitions, and putting that on to this graphic organizer. Yesterday, I did a lesson on how to do hooks and a bridge and your thesis. So again, you're just copying and putting that in. The day before, we did the counter argument, and you just plug that in. I want to make sure that when you're doing your body paragraphs, you have, for your first concrete detail, make sure you're using a transition. For example, for instance, also when you cite something from the article in your body paragraph, saying where you got that information, that logic, that logos, you can just say like according to, and then put the title of the article, and or according to the source, and name the title of the article. And make sure whenever we do articles that we do put quotation marks around the title. That will be found in your concrete detail sentences. Make sure your commentary starts with "this shows that," as we always do that, and I went over that yesterday with you. So make sure this is explaining how these 2 details support your topic sentence. Okay, back to the checklist. So some things: make sure your sentences are complete, that you have no run-ons, that you have some varied sentences. We've been working on simple, compound, complex. I noticed some of you on your warm-ups looking at your sentences are still struggling a little bit with compound sentences. Make sure when it's a compound sentence that you did identify the coordinating conjunction, which is that fanboy, the for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. But some of you didn't have a complete sentence before the coordinating conjunction and after. You had it before, but a lot of you didn't have a subject and a verb after the coordinating conjunction. So that would not be a compound sentence. So make sure that you are writing compound sentences correctly, complex sentences correctly, and punctuating those correctly. Okay, so this is a big one. I highlighted it because I've already seen some students looking at their writing have already started writing in first person. We are not writing in first person. This is a third person. I know you were a teenager and that you were a student and you want to say I and we, but you are not writing in first person. So you have to find other ways to say yourself without saying those pronouns. So you can use words like teens, adolescents, young adults, students, people, individuals. So keep it third person. Do not use any of these pronouns. If you do, I will make you fix it. So I will send it back and I will not grade it until you have fixed it. So make sure you identify that, because again, this is a test grade and I'm not going to spend time going through a document that you have not spent time going through on your own and editing and revising before you turn it into me. So please make sure you're taking care of that. Another big thing that I'm not going to grade essays is if I see misspelled words. You are using a computer with a processor that identifies misspelled words for you. If you were writing on paper, I could probably be a little bit more lenient, but being remote students, you are getting that information already pointed out to you. And it's just a simple click of seeing how to spell the word correctly. You must do this. Do not think I will not grade an essay because you wouldn't take that responsibility. Please take that responsibility and correct any misspelled words. I will not grade essays that have misspelled words that have been identified for you. Okay, back onto the checklist. Make sure you are capitalizing correctly. Titles of articles, if you mention an author's last name, first word in the sentence, make sure we're doing those proper capitalization. Correct punctuation, like we talked about with a compound sentence, make sure before the coordinating conjunction you're using a comma. Make sure, I don't think you probably are using any kind of semicolons. But if you have two sentences that are closely related, you can use a semicolon. Dashes for meaningful purposes, abrupt change of thought. That's probably not going to be seen too much in this essay. Quotation marks, definitely using around sentences or words from other sources. I'm not going to require you to quote from the sources I gave you, but I do want you to at least pull some piece of information from those 3 articles I gave you, like one piece, and in one body paragraph, you need to show me that you cited something from one of those sources. The other ones can be logical reasonings. And of course, make sure ellipses if you do anything. But again, we're not going to quote. We're just going to paraphrase the information from the source. And if you don't know if for some reason you're still struggling with the spell check and spelling the word, go to Google and use the dictionary there and see if you can figure out how to spell the word correctly. All right, so we have some videos here that I think you'll enjoy. They're very short. They'll help you with editing, revising. There's one. It's really. These are some celebrity grammar checks. This one is about using Katy Perry's Twitter, or I think it's Twitter, and how she used the comma splice and how to fix it. And then Kanye West, his pronoun agreement. So this one, the pronouns are ones that I see a lot of students struggling with. So, and of course, comma splices. So watch these videos. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope they help you improve on your writing. And if you have any questions, please, I beg you, please come to my Google Meets. It's okay. We can talk, we can share. I will even do a private Google Meet with you and help you with your essay. Do not sit there at home and struggle. Writing is going to be a constant thing we do all year. You will always have writing as a test grade. So you need to make sure you know how to do it and that you're doing it right so you can be successful. I hope you're keeping up with your grades. I hope to see a lot of you come back next 9 weeks. I'm looking forward to that, getting to know some of you and on a face-to-face level. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. And reach out to me even on the weekend and see. I'll see what I can do my best. If you need help with your essay this weekend, it's due Monday, but do not procrastinate and waste time. Make sure you're getting that done. Have a great weekend, guys.